one of the best things that helps me manage my time properly is to have a forced deadline. So that's like having a calendar and saying, I want to have 10 5-star reviews by next Friday. Well, is that going to work? It could, but if it's forced to happen, then you're going to make it happen. Make sure, these goals are realistic goals. So we're setting goals, but we're giving them a forced deadline. This has to happen by this time, right? A forced deadline is super important. I love when people say I work 8 hours a day, 8 hours a day. That's great. What do you get done though? What's the productivity like in that 8-hour day if there's no forced deadlines? It's not going to be that great. So if we can do 4 hours a day of a certain task, right? Let's say I'm going to do 4 hours a day of scheduling, of calling back and following up instead of 8, but I can get the same amount of work done. See how that works? That's very important to have forced deadlines. It will definitely increase your productivity. Okay, another way is utilize your unproductive times. So do you travel? Do you commute? Do you ride a bus? Do you drive a car? Do you ride a bike? Do you walk? There's some portion of your day, most likely, like most of us, like myself, has unproductive times. Do stuff like that. Still not bad. I could talk to you. Do you want to talk to me? About anything.
Working and Paisley and little man Junior, you are doing. Just call to say hi and say Merry Christmas. Call whenever it's convenient. Bye.
Sure. My dad said Merry Christmas Eve. I hope all is well, and I know you guys are very busy. Let me know a good time when I can come over to drop off some Christmas presents tomorrow or the next day, if tomorrow is bad. Let me know, and how Paisley and all are doing well. See ya. If I was driving right now, I wouldn't be able to do that. Right? What do you think, Danny? Hey, Marky, what's your favorite color? Black. That's great. What do you get done though? What's the productivity like in that 8-hour day if there's no forced deadlines? It's not going to be that great. So if we can do 4 hours a day of a certain task, right? Let's say I'm going to do 4 hours a day of scheduling, of calling back and following up instead of 8, but I can get the same amount of work done. See how that works? That's very important to have forced deadlines. It will definitely increase your productivity. Okay, another way is utilize your unproductive times. So do you travel? Do you commute? Do you ride a bus? Do you drive a car? Do you ride a bike? Do you walk? There's some portion of your day, most likely, like most of us, like myself, has unproductive times. Whether, like right now, we just had a daughter and she's in the NICU. So I drive down there. It's about 45 minutes to get there. Just the drive alone is a solid 45 minutes. So is what I do, I put my earbuds in and I listen to books. I listen to entrepreneurship books. I get my mind motivated for the day. I motivate myself to do better, to want to do more, to achieve greater results, right? I don't want to just sit there and be like, damn, this traffic sucks. Because it does. The traffic's always going to suck driving through a city. So even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to be so 5 to 10 minutes a day, listening to a podcast or your favorite, book or your favorite YouTube motivation, that is going to add up to a couple hours a week, of productive time versus you're wasting a couple hours a week that you could be using towards setting goals and listening and motivating yourself to want to do better and more. So it's super important to use this time. So not only can we listen to podcasts, another great tool we have is a cell phone. So we can make phone calls. We can call our business partner, our wife, our whoever, our husband. We can call employees. We can call jobs, people, big accounts that you may have, commercial, and just say,
"Hey Joe, this is Dan from Powerhouse Power Wash. I'm checking in to see if you need anything cleaned. I saw your building was dirty when I drive by last week. I went by the deli and it's very dirty up top. Or..."
Hey honey, can you make sure you call Savannah back? She was wondering about the window cleaning. Can you call her back and let her know, or I'll call her back, right? So this is a great time to...
Right? So this is a great time to do these little tasks that don't necessarily need a whole office setting, and you can get ahead. So that way when you get into your office and you get into wherever you're going, you can get right to it and you're already past the little to-do list things. So another time management tool is going to be do what you do best. So I don't like doing phone calls. I don't like answering the phone. I'll be honest. I don't like it. I've done it and I do it sometimes, but I delegate those things out, right? I'm not a website design builder, but I learned how to do it and I did it because I didn't have money at the time to pay somebody to do it, right? I can wash houses, I can do things in the field, I can train a technician. The things that I'm not good at, though, is going to be best to pay somebody else to do it, to sub it out, to delegate it, delegate the responsibilities. I'm not a CPA, I'm not a bookkeeper. So for me to sit here for 8 hours after I go work all day isn't going to be very useful of my time or energy to do that. When I can pay somebody a little bit of money, make sure it's done right, and then I can focus on what I'm doing and that I'm good at. Now, some things, obviously, we're going to have to learn and we're going to have to be able to do, right? You're not going to pay somebody to pump gas for you. You can figure that out. But it's important to do what you're good at and go all out with it. The little things that we're not good at, like answering the phone, hire Jill's office. Hire somebody to answer that phone for you. It's super important that it's answered. But you don't have to be the one to answer it. But make sure you have a system set up to answer the phone, right? Hire a service to do it. You can delegate out the responsibilities that aren't your strong suit. And this will help build your business. It will make sure that all your bases are covered by having somebody that can do it right, and have it be professional. So you can also use like a virtual assistant to do your online marketing, your advertising. They can build a system for you and you can pay them $4 to $5 an hour. I mean, it's pretty cheap. I have not used this service, but I've been looking into it greatly for a lot of little things that time is difficult. When I have a family, I got 2 kids, I got a wife, I got a household. It's a lot to do everything, and it takes a lot of stress out on you, it takes a lot of time away from you, so it's going to be important to delegate these things out and find help. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Okay, that's what we do. We want to find a mentor that's been successful at doing what we're striving to do, right? We want to find somebody that's done this and done it right and won at it. That's who we're going to want to model our business after. We want to do the things that they did, right? We don't want to be a copycat, but we want to model it and we want to do that. We want to do it great, and we want to win in it. So set your goals. Check your time, chunk your time into ways that are going to be beneficial for your business and for yourself. Like for me, we have a schedule. You know, she works so many hours of this time of the day, and then I watch the kids, and then we switch. I'll do my business, what I gotta do. She'll watch the kids, and then we have time at night together. And then later in the evening, I might need to jump on and respond to emails or post stuff on our business Google page, pictures, updates, advertising, things like that. But those are also things we can delegate out with a virtual assistant and things like that. So we'll have more time together as a family as our business is still growing. Okay? So think about this. You wash houses Monday through Friday, Saturdays and Sundays is for the family. That's a good way to do it. That's usually what I do. And then sometimes on Saturdays, if we're very busy in our busy season, I'll go and do in-person quotes. If it's commercial and things like that. So we dedicate these times of the day so we know what to expect. There's less arguments between us. There's less tension. When there's a set schedule and structure in place, that's how you'll be successful.